I really love this
I
framework.
agree with you.
I think the sequencing of it may change depending on the level of the person. I'll give some examples. So before I get there, I think some context to it. Number one is that what is executive presence and why someone says you have executive presence? Because you ended up doing something that was not on paper your responsibility, and it showed gravitas, appearance, communication, something that the person above you also sees is highly valued, right? As they grow and eventually become a leader. Or if they happen to be the CEO, they know this is how they should be acting, and not everyone's perfect. When they see someone else doing it as well or get close enough to it, they're like, wow, this is close enough to what I want to be, or I see myself in them, or what I aspire to be. So it brings that likability that, okay, maybe this person has executive presence. But end of the day, what it's doing is it's making them look good. It's helping them solve some problem and do that problem in a way that it helps them look good. Right? I'm not talking about technology problem, but even if a technology problem, the people who've grown up as technology leaders are the ones who have these three questions nailed. The order can change, and here's what I mean by that. Everything is a negotiation. You are either going out pitching to get money as a founder, or convincing someone to pay you for your service as a founder. Or inside a company, you're always going into asking something from your boss, like in your example, or you need something someone higher up has to do. In there, you need something. You need them to do something. You have a personal interest as well. On the other side, remember that where are they coming from? They're conditioned to be a certain way. So if you're an investor, you're a customer, or you're a leader in a company, all day long, you are conditioned that things are coming to you. As a customer, there's tons of ads coming to you. As an investor, there's tons of pitches coming to you. As a leader, you have tons of people coming to you. And as what you end up doing is you train yourself that I'm going to say no majority of the time. And so I selectively can say yes. So they are training themselves to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're coming in and saying, hey, the thing they want to do is they're waiting for, hey, what do I need to do? And do I need to say no or yes? So first, you start off, if it's higher up as a leader, higher person, limited time, you always start off with the third question. In my example, is that you say, hey, this is what we need. There's a framework I used to follow and teach my team as well, which was when you go to executive meetings, it was answer, context, explanation. Give them the exact answer that they need so they'll make a decision. They're all smart people. They're all day long making decisions. If they don't get it, they say, well, explain more. And you're like, well, here's the context.
Mm-hmm.
Stop there. And if they say, well, I don't get it, like, okay, here's an example. To your example is that people start with, well, here's an example, and here's what it means. And now what I want, and you've already lost them in the story.
Mm-hmm.
So I think number one, you start with understanding who the audience is, what they're conditioned to do, and how you want them to say yes, that they are very judicious in saying. So upfront, tell them what is it that you want. You need them to take a decision. A tactical way is when I used to send emails, and I know that emails are going to require a lot of detail in there, so that the leader also doesn't have to follow up as an email. If I'm doing written communication, I would immediately in the top in red say, here's the decision I need you to
Yeah.
take, and it will be one line. And then I'll say, for here's a context, and I would give a summary of the problem and why this matters. And I'll say, if you need more, here's a detailed version, FYI. And I used to get emails back saying, I really appreciate, because when you highlight it in red, they immediately know where they need to go. And it's on the top. And then they're like, okay, do I skim it later on, or do I get the summary? A lot of people are on their phones. So 3 lines, they want to quickly read something. So if you have more than 3 questions, it's a long email. They'll be like, come on, man, it's a
Well,
thesis.
and user experience also on your app, right? If you're not on the first page, the ability for someone to scroll down, it has to be quite
Exactly. And I think one of the framework I really like is so what, now what?
Mm-hmm.
Right? What you're trying to get at is,
Mm-hmm.
here's what we need you to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? The problem, why it matters to us, what's the impact going to be? And the decision that you should package it up as like what we need you to do is like, hey, So here's the so what, which is covered by the problem and the why it matters. And the now what is where what we need you to do.
I
So
love
think
that.
about if you have
Even
insights, you're
simpler.
going
Yes.
in, always do so what, or
Mhm.
what it is, and then the now what. Always keep that.